I still think it's awful, but I'm less worried about it here than in other places. No, that's not accurate. I'm just as worried about it, but I'm less activist about it.
Yeah.
So, this is another case where Luis Gutierrez waited until pretty much the last second to say that he wasn't running for reelection so that he could sort of handpick his successor. And, that's the kind of ugly politics that no matter how much I like these people, otherwise, I don't like seeing that. I don't like there not being a chance for people to know a seat is going to be open, to get on the ballot. We
Yeah.
were anticipating the same thing in the Illinois first with Bobby Rush. He waited until the last second to file, and there was speculation that he was going to say at the last second that he wasn't filing and that his son was going to instead.
Oh.
That didn't happen. His son filed instead for an Illinois House seat that was coming open for the first time since 1979. So basically, my whole life, Barbara Flynn Curry has been in that seat, and it opened. And so Bobby Rush's son filed for that seat instead. But I am fully anticipating that in 2 years or less, Bobby Rush will say he's retiring and that his son is running in the seat. And,
Uh-huh.
that's not ideal. It's not ideal for anybody.
No, I mean we're supposed to have free and fair elections and not have people hand their seats down to their children as if they were king. So
We only have room for one king in this country. No.
that's right, we do. That's right. That's depressing.
Let's move on to action items then. What
Okay.
what can people do if they want to help? Either if they just want to help sort of amplify the message with candidate of the day, or if they want to be more involved in things like helping vet candidates or that sort of thing.
Okay. So for candidate of the day, following the candidate is huge. Like bolstering their numbers. It doesn't matter if you're in their district. It doesn't matter if you can get on the ground and support them. I fully anticipate that people are not blindly retweeting, that they are reading through the thread, that they are going to the candidate's website and they are making a decision for themselves. And when they're done with that, following them and then retweeting. Quote retweeting is the best because then you get the person's own endorsement, and which means way more than mine because mine is just one person. But then if you have two people in one tweet endorsing the same person, that gets some attention. So, that's for that. And then if you want to further volunteer, you can always sign up to get on our Slack and support the candidates a little more aggressively by strategizing with us on how to do a Twitter storm, which is just a whole bunch of people tweeting out messages about one candidate with one hashtag that kind of sometimes has trended, most often trends within the community. So that's really helpful for a candidate to get for fundraising, for name recognition, which is crucial for them, and for followers. So that's something else that you can do on our Slack. And another thing is that they can help us vet candidates based on our criteria of basically would I like to have lunch with this person? Would I like to have coffee with this person? That's the first thing. Like if I don't, and it's multiple, it's many of us vetting and making a decision from that starting point, but then looking at the district and looking at the voting history and looking at the map and preferably contacting the candidate to see if they are interested in being involved or having someone from their campaign staff be involved. That's more intense. That's something that people with more time on their hands who are really passionate about the 2018 election can do to help us and help the candidates.
And one thing that's really great is if anyone has graphic design abilities or so Allison Galbraith, who's running in the Maryland 1st District, had an exchange. She was at a town hall for the incumbent that she is challenging, and she had posted the video, and I took the video and just like cropped it and added some titles and things to make it more obvious who it was and posted it, and it's been viewed 3,700 times now, which is kind of unreal. I mean, it took me 10 minutes to do, right? Like I'm not some sort of expert video editor by any means. And so this is something that anybody can help with, and these are the kind of things that really go viral and help candidates.
Oh no, you know what's going to happen now? Now that I know you have You should never show your strengths around me, because then I didn't know that you did that. I have to go look now. I'll go look when we're done talking. That's great. I didn't realize. I thought someone else had helped you with that. I didn't realize you did it on your own.
No, I took iMovie and said, what can I do that's not super complicated? But, it's the kind of thing that I think a lot of candidates, especially first-time candidates, they themselves, of course, do not have time to do this kind of thing. And a lot of people are running on a shoestring budget and,
Yeah.
don't have a full staff that can put together this kind of stuff. So, if you're out there and you don't have money to donate to candidates, but you do have maybe skills or time, that's the kind of thing that I think can be helpful in ways that candidates don't even realize that they could use the help.
That they need, right? No, that's so true. That's a really good point. We do need graphic designers and video editors and people who know how to use iMovie, like Kelly here.
Or preferably even better software than iMovie, since all of my videos look exactly the same.
But the point is, I mean, yeah, slick videos are nice, right? But the point is, you got people to see her take on her opponent,
Mhm.
and you got to see him flounder and give her non-answers. And that tells you everything you need to know. And if you can make that something that's accessible to people who would not have access to it otherwise, that's huge. And that's something I'm sure Allison appreciates that. I'm sure she does.
All right, so there's your action item homework, listeners. You should, at the very least, follow Holly on Twitter so you can see the candidate of the day each day and take the time to research the candidate and make sure it's someone you want to support, and then follow and retweet. And if you want to get even more involved and decided that you don't like sleeping anymore, like me apparently, then you should join us over on Slack. It's kind of unreal. So I have joined every single channel that's available to me, and it's kind of unreal scrolling through this list. And not every district is on there yet.
No, we've only vetted the early primaries, and then there have been some candidates who have come on and said, "Hey, I'm really, really interested," and we vetted their district and said, "Yes, we like you," and then made them a channel. But otherwise, we're just getting started. We're also we're also senators and governors, and we have state houses, and there are multiple channels that have not been made yet, and we'll probably have 600 or 700 channels by the time we're done. But right now we only have 200. So
Only.
yeah, we're only not even halfway there. So it'll be behemoth, even more so by the time we're done.
Well, this is exciting, and I think that the Republicans won't even know what is happening. We will get to November, and they are just going to be in for a surprise.
I hope so. I really hope you're right. And I think you are. I think you're right. I have not seen the level of organization. They seem to be really happy with the way things are right now, not realizing that they will be changing. And, they have the White House and both houses of Congress, and they have a stacked judiciary, and they just think it's great. And they're, resting on their laurels, and we are not. We are not resting. We will not rest.
I have this grand idea of like renting a bus and driving around the country and helping all these candidates.
I think about that all the time. I think, just fly around and pipe dream. I may go to one candidate. I may go help one candidate out, but I can't. I can't get on a bus like I want to. Like you just said. I love it. I would love to get on a bus and go around and.
Well, we'll help the candidates virtually, if not in person.
Yeah.
But if you live in a district that could be flipped and would like to help your candidates and aren't sure who to support, we can help you out.
Yes, that's right. Look us up.
Our theme music is called Sweeter Vermouth and was composed by Kevin MacLeod of Incompetech.com. It is licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0 license. Our logo was created by Matthew Weflin, expressly for Two Broads Talking Politics, and is copyright 2017. You can contact us at twobroadstalkingpolitics@gmail.com or at twobroadstalk on Twitter.